He was 47, a good man, hard-working, loyal. He'd been with her for years, thinking he was her rock. But lately something changed. She stopped laughing at his jokes. She avoided his eyes at dinner. When he reached out to touch her, she pulled away. At first he thought she was just stressed, work, family, life. But then she started spending more time on her phone, leaving the house with vague excuses. And when he asked what was wrong, she simply said, "You deserve better." What he didn't see, what she didn't tell him, was that she had already emotionally checked out. Another man was listening, paying attention, making her feel desired. While he was busy providing and being loyal, she had quietly moved on, leaving him behind. This video is for every man who's been blindsided by phrases like, "I'm just so busy," "You're paranoid," "We're just friends," "You deserve better." It's a wake-up call to recognize the signs. Take back your dignity and stop letting these excuses destroy your self-worth. Subscribe to this channel if you're ready for real, no-nonsense advice about relationships, female psychology, and personal power. Like this video to show you're ready to see the truth. Drop a comment below. Have you ever heard these phrases? What did you do? Let's get into it. And let's make sure it never happens to you again. 1. I just need space right now. This phrase isn't always about needing time to think. When a woman says this, she may already be emotionally involved with someone else and is creating distance to test if she can transition out of the current relationship. It's a gentle way to start pulling away without directly confronting the issue. Look for sudden requests for space when there hasn't been a clear argument or trigger. Notice if she seems emotionally detached and distracted. After weeks of texting and late-night outings, she suddenly tells you she needs space to figure things out. Stay calm and observant. Don't beg or chase her. Instead, say, "I respect your need for space. Just know I'm here if you want to talk openly." This keeps your dignity intact and may prompt her to be honest. 2. I'm just so busy lately. When a woman says, "I'm just so busy lately," it often sounds innocent at first. After all, everyone has stressful periods with work, family, or hobbies. But when this excuse becomes frequent, consistent, and disconnected from reality, it's a red flag. She's using busyness not just as a reason, but as a barrier to emotional closeness and accountability. She may be filling her time with new activities, overtime work, or unexplained outings to avoid spending time with you, because she is already emotionally invested elsewhere or contemplating an exit. This phrase becomes her shield. It lets her avoid the deeper questions about why she's pulling away, while giving her space to pursue attention, validation, or excitement from someone new. How can you see through this? Pay attention to inconsistencies in her schedule. Does she claim to be working late, but comes home without any signs of stress or extra workload? Does she suddenly have new hobbies or social groups that she's reluctant to share details about? If you notice she's too busy for you, but always seems available for her phone, social media, or these new interests, it's not about her being busy. It's about her choosing to be busy with everything except you. Your best response isn't confrontation or neediness. Instead, approach her calmly and directly. Say, "I understand you've been busy, and I respect that, but I feel like we're losing touch. Can we talk about what's really going on?" This positions you as a man of clarity and strength, not desperation. Her reaction will tell you everything. If she's genuinely overwhelmed, she'll be relieved to reconnect. If she's evasive, dismissive, or defensive, it confirms that busy is just a cover-up for emotional or physical betrayal. The key is to stay grounded, observant, and ready to act with dignity. 3. You deserve someone better. When a woman says, "You deserve someone better," it might sound like an act of humility or care, but it's rarely that simple. This phrase often comes from a place of guilt and emotional conflict. If she's already emotionally or physically invested in someone else, she may feel trapped in her double life. She knows she's drifting or has already crossed a line, and instead of facing the discomfort of confessing her betrayal, she shifts the focus onto you. By suggesting that you deserve better, she's not complimenting you. She's rationalizing her guilt and softening the blow of her eventual exit. It allows her to feel like she's doing the right thing, even as she's tearing the relationship apart from within. The tricky part is recognizing this as a warning, not a compliment. Listen for this phrase in moments of distance, especially if it follows changes in her routine, secrecy, or other red flags. For example, after weeks of coldness or late nights, she suddenly says, "You're too good for me. You deserve better than this." It's not just a moment of insecurity. It's a clear indicator that she's mentally detaching and preparing to leave. Instead of chasing her or begging her to stay, respond with strength and clarity. Calmly say, "I appreciate you saying that, but honesty is what we both deserve. What's really going on?" This invites her to drop the act and confront the truth. If she refuses to be honest, it's your cue to protect your dignity and begin moving forward. Remember, a man who sees through guilt-driven excuses acts from clarity, not desperation. 4. We're just friends, nothing more. When a woman says, "We're just friends, nothing more," she's not simply clarifying a relationship. She's often deflecting suspicion and guilt. This phrase is frequently used to cover up an emotional or physical connection with another man, one she doesn't want to admit to herself or to you. It minimizes the importance of the relationship, even though her actions suggest otherwise. This line allows her to avoid confrontation, maintain a sense of innocence, and make you feel like you're overreacting. But beneath this, there's often an emotional involvement that has crossed boundaries, whether she admits it or not. The signs are in her behavior: excessive texting or communication with this friend, defensive reactions when you mention him, or changes in her demeanor when he's around. For example, she might say, "Oh, we're just friends from work," but you notice how her face lights up when he texts, or how she quickly changes the subject when you ask questions. The key is not to accuse or interrogate, but to observe and calmly challenge the narrative. Say something like, "I'm not trying to control you, but I feel something is off. Your actions don't match your words. Can we talk about this honestly?" If she continues to minimize the connection or reacts defensively, it's a clear sign she's hiding something deeper. Stay composed, trust your observations, and prepare to make decisions that protect your self-respect and emotional well-being. 5. Stop being so paranoid. This phrase flips the blame onto you. Instead of addressing your valid concerns, she accuses you of being over-anxious or suspicious. It's a deflection strategy to avoid admitting her actions. She uses this phrase when you gently raise your concerns about her distancing behaviors or secrecy. You ask about her late nights or new habits, and she snaps, "You're just paranoid, nothing's going on." Stay composed. Say, "I'm not paranoid, I'm observant, and I'd appreciate honesty instead of accusations." If she doubles down, it may confirm your intuition. 6. "I'm not sure I'm happy anymore." This is often the final warning. She's already fallen for someone else and is emotionally preparing to leave. By saying she's unhappy, she's signaling that her mind and heart are elsewhere. This phrase usually follows a period of distance, criticism, and secrecy. It's her way of testing how much longer she can stay. She's been cold and critical for weeks and then says, "I just don't feel happy with us anymore." Acknowledge the reality. Say, "I hear you, but if you're already gone emotionally, we need to be honest about what's next." This shows strength and a refusal to beg or be blindsided. Outro. Gentlemen, if any of these phrases sound familiar to you, "I'm just so busy," "You deserve better," "We're just friends," "Stop being so paranoid," "It's time to wake up." These aren't just random words, they're signals. Quiet confessions that she's already detached, or worse, invested in someone else. You can't change her. You can't fix what she's already broken. But what you can do is reclaim your power, protect your dignity, and make the decision to walk away with strength. If this video spoke to you, don't stay silent. Subscribe to the channel for more real, no-fluff advice on relationships and emotional strength. Share this video with a brother or friend who needs to hear the truth. Drop a comment below. Have you ever heard these phrases? What did you do? Did you stay, or did you decide to leave and respect yourself? This isn't just another video. This is your wake-up call. Don't ignore the signs, because the man who sees through the lies is the man who walks away with his head held high.